I always say it's on recorded.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to record this portion of it. I know we went through mentality check on us just checking us. I mean, that's that's the business right there. Like, that's the key. As long as we can get consistency and get our mentality in check the whole time, we can make any of this stuff happen. But if we don't have our mental in check, if we ain't motivated, if we don't, if we don't know exactly what our goals is, then, all of the stuff doesn't matter at the end of the day because we're not going to do it. We're just going to sit on the phone, look at this real quick, and we're not going to be successful with it. So I'm glad we had that first hour. Anybody who listens to the recording, they just going to have to really get with us or get going on motivation for themselves. And then this part right here, this is the second part right here, we'll just go through the presentation. And, So, yeah, like I was saying, I'll just say that for the point of us going through a script, I'll say that again, the point of us going through the script is so that we have a guide on what we're doing. So as long as we have a guide and we have goals, we can control the conversation. If you don't have a script that you're going by or you don't at least know a script by memory or as much as you can, then most of the time you're not going to be able to control the situation. And then also you're not going to be able to achieve your goal because you don't have anything that you're going by. You're just kind of winging it for real. So I know some of us don't have the script pulled up, so we're going to be winging it. But we're going to be winging it because we've already practiced on it a few times and already did it with some sellers a few times, so it's easier to wing it versus just trying to wing it without any script at all and really going through. So the script is the in-house script of what we do when we're talking to sellers in the house, and also the presentation that we go through with sellers so that we can explain our offers a little bit more. And so I guess we could just go in around robin. Anybody want to volunteer? Who's going to go first, second, third, fourth?
I'm actually I'm pulling up my script now because the computer became free. So,
okay,
I am.
You usually go first.
Why don't you go first and do what?
You usually be excited with a lot of energy. I think it'll be good. You're excited.
Wait, which one am I?
The blue part is the part that we read. The yellow part is the part that is the action. So this is when we go into the house and talk to sellers, getting there for
Okay. So I'm playing. So am I the person talking? Am I the client or am I me? What? That's not
you're the seller. So I guess somebody would have to be the buyer. I'll be the buyer, and then y'all can just be the anybody else want to be the buyer? I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, I'll be the buyer. It's cool. I'll be the buyer, and then y'all can be around, and y'all be the seller. And then you can just stop whenever you want. Yeah, it's not like you got to do one line or two lines. Just stop, and then, when you stop, somebody else can just know that they're, jump in. You can say tag, something like that.
Okay, so we're going to act like we at somebody's house.
Yeah, you can be at my house and be the buyer because I figure it'll be more realistic if somebody's the buyer.
All right, let me breathe.
You're the buyer. I'm sorry. I'm the seller. You're the buyer.
All right, well, give me just 1 second. Let me just see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to read through because I normally don't go through line by line like how his is. I normally just read what the purpose of the conversation is about, and then just work my way in there. So I'm just reading through real quick because I haven't read it in a little bit of time.
Yeah, you could just do a couple lines, and then just do the first couple lines, and then when people just add on, you can just jump in there. Because you don't have to go through the whole thing. Yeah, so I would have to click on the presentation for you to see the rest of it. Yeah.
We're not going to go that far? We're just doing the intros?
No, we're doing the whole thing. I'm just saying you just do a couple lines of being the buyer, and then you just do a couple lines and then somebody else jumps in there and they do a couple lines. So you go first, and then...
keep it going. Keep the conversation going.
Okay. Yeah, so just keep the conversation going, which is you just taking part in it.
Okay, so I go first. Okay.
So you just go first with the introduction, and I'll just be the seller, and then everybody can be the buyer.
Okay.
Ready to knock on the door?
No. I'm scared.
That's the scary part.
I'm sorry, I've been texting back and forth. Are you waiting for somebody to do something?
No.
Did you want me to be the...
You want me to...
said, "Are you ready to knock on the door?" And she said she was scared to knock on the door because she was going to start. I said it was realistic because
that's what how it goes. That's why I said it out loud. Like that's how I be in the car. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get out.
And that's the mentality check too. Like mentally checking yourself. Like, yo, like how am I going to do this shit seriously? How am I going to be a serious investor and really make this money unless I go talk to this person? And at the end of the day, if you feel like you're the best person for them, I feel like the solutions that we have, nobody else can present it like we are or care like we're going to care. Mm-hmm. And so really it's our obligation to go there and say, I can help you to do this the best way that I know that's best for you versus somebody else coming in here and doing their own agenda. And so it's like you have to find a way that's going to pipe you up more. Some people, sometimes it'll be different things for me. I shut down everything. Like, I won't feel nothing. I just put a wall up and don't think about nothing and just do the action. Sometimes that just helps me. Otherwise, it's piping myself up. Like, hey, I got to do it because I got to help them. Other times, it's like, I got to do it because I need some freaking money. Like, whatever it is at that time, you got to find that quick within that couple seconds of doing your rounds and going out there. And so when me and Karen was hitting those 5 appointments back to back that day, it was straight like I wasn't thinking about none of that stuff. I ain't thinking about nothing. It was just like, this is just the action. I don't want to think about nothing. I'm just doing it. And don't think about nothing. And just let it flow from there. And so it's just different things that you got to do from there. But, yeah, we can start off with that. I guess we'll do a little mental check again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. Knock.
Oh, yeah.
Let me knock again.
I know, because
knock.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you knocking there. How you doing today?
Hi, Ben. Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you? I'm Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. Nice to meet you. Oh, wait. I messed up.
Well, keep moving. What you going to do?
I'm not going to be like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, where do I stop at? So I know where.
Wherever you feel you want to just go tag somebody else.
Okay. All right, start over. Knock.
So who's going to be next? You want to be next, Tavon?
Hello?
People there?
I'm here. I could be next.
Okay, well, all right, we can. You be next, and then Tavon jump in there.
Okay. Knock.
Yes, hello.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing?
I'm doing good today. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
That's good. My name is Ashley already. Sorry, forget that. I'm here from Freedom Lifestyle Investments. I'm here just to see your home. Do you mind taking me around, showing me around?
Yeah, you can actually just go in there, go take a look around, and show yourself, and just let me know when you're done.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'm walking up in the house, looking around, come back down. I really like your home. How long have you had it?
We've had this about 10 years now.
10 years? Was it inherited?
No, it wasn't inherited. We actually purchased it 10 years ago.
Oh, really? Did you have a family here?
Yeah, our family's been here for about 10 years. We lived in it ourselves, and we put a lot of work into it so far to keep it up. But we renovated it a couple times, so it's definitely, new, everything in here.
Okay, so it doesn't need anything done to it?
No, I don't think it needs anything done to it. I mean, if you want to change some of the paint in here, then, you can change the paint. Otherwise, all of the major systems are cool.
Okay, what about, like, the roof and the plumbing, HVAC, all those things are up to date?
Yeah, all those things are up to date. The roof is pretty much brand new. That's about less than a year old. The plumbing never had issues with it, and, the HVAC is something new. I think we just did that a couple of years ago.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we can offer you. All right, tag you it. I left off saying, I'm going to tell you what we can offer you.
Okay. So some of the stuff in here, like the yellow stuff, some of the stuff is important, like as far as leading them back to the table. So that's one of the things that I feel like a lot of people miss, like all of us for real, when we're doing a role play. It's really the part that's really important is leading them back to some type of table, some type of situation where they're sitting at first before we start explaining what we do. And so it takes you having control.
We can have couple for the lease options, the kitchen table.
Yeah, right. So we got to do it for every appointment, basically, because that helps them. Like, it's hard to really stand up and start going into your presentation and explaining to them what we do and giving them the options. And it's also better for you to be the one that leads them somewhere, and you want to notice that somewhere comfortable in their home. And so if they have a kitchen table or a dining room table, a lot of people like sitting there to do discussions and business, serious things to feel comfortable. If they don't have any table, then even if it's just a living room situation, and then we can sit down on the couch and it's not too far and they're relaxed, as long as it's somewhere that they're relaxed at and they can do and really think clearly too, then it's somewhere that you can get them at ease, and then you can start getting them into the presentation and stuff like that. And so I think we can go through it one more time. Because that one went kind of fast. Let me see. Yeah, I did. I still went into it as a buyer. Maybe I wasn't. As a seller. Maybe I wasn't a good seller either.
Yeah, sometimes sellers they do be like giving you volunteering information without you even asking. They tell you all about their dogs and how many members touched down their families without you even having to ask. So it kind of works out in your favor. Like the role playing is good, but it's nothing like the live ones because it really is more natural. And it's, I guess the spontaneous of it makes it more fun, to me anyway. Like, I don't know which way it's going to go. but in my heart and in my mind, I know I have to accomplish this goal. So no matter how I get there, as long as I accomplish that goal, at least I made was productive in something.
True. And if we can practice, if we can have perfect practice, though, like if we can practice perfectly, when we do it, it's going to be so natural the way you do it on purpose. Like when you're doing something on purpose, it's predictable. Like you'll have results, you'll have consistent results when you're doing something on purpose every single time. And so if we practice the most perfect that we can, then when it goes into actual doing the result, the practice that we did would make it so natural on what you were doing on purpose, they don't even know that you're doing it on purpose. But you're purposely doing these things so that you can set them up in a mind frame that they need to get into. And so if you remember, Kara, even though we had those 5 appointments, the one big appointment that stuck out and the people who was closest to the deal was Steve, when he actually sat him down and we went through everything in the presentation. Did it seem like he was did he feel uncomfortable at all of what we were doing?
No, he actually was very comfortable, like as if we'd known him for years.
Right, exactly. And so that was just me doing the presentation with him in a natural environment without me. You didn't see me reading from anywhere. I didn't have the presentation in front of me. It was me already knowing it in the back of my mind, but just making it very, very natural to him to feel like we're just having a conversation. So that's what the script is set up like that, but it's still everything is really, really personal, perfectly in there so that you can lead him to a sell later. Like we're not just having a conversation to have a conversation with somebody. We're having this conversation naturally to build rapport and then also to sell him on us being the best person for the job and then also for us having the solution that he's looking for, because otherwise we're not going to be able to get them. Without the rapport, without them feeling like we're the best person, and then without them feeling like we have the solution to their problem, we're not going to get anywhere with the deal. We can have a conversation all day long. But if it's not, towards the purpose and the goal, we're just not going to be consistent with it. And so I'm going to try to go through the script for just one time, just because I think I know it pretty well versus I know everybody else is still trying to get it. I'll go through one time, and then we can all just kind of try it again. And I'll try to just
Okay.
I'm going to go through it in detail, too. I'm going to go through the parts that we're doing, because I know we're not in person, so you can't really see the action. So it's hard to do a script with an in-person script or whatever. But I'll try to do the stuff in yellow, and I'll do the stuff in blue. So I still need somebody else to be the seller, because it'll be kind of weird if I'm just doing a script and reading it. Anybody want to volunteer to be the actual seller?
I could do it.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right. So knock, knock, knock. I'm going to step back from the door after I knock. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Kiara, how's it going? This is Tracy. I'm smiling and I'm waving as I'm saying hey.
Hi, Tracy. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for inviting me out to purchase your house today. Is where I'm parked okay?
Oh, no problem. Come on in.
Okay, great. Now, at this point, if I have business cards, I'm shaking her hand and I'm giving her a business card, which isn't necessary, but I'll do that. So is it okay if I come in?
Not a problem. Would you like for me to show you around, or would you like to
either way, if you want to show me around or if you want me to take a look at it, either way is fine.
Okay, well, go right on ahead and just let me know when you're all set.
Okay, all right, perfect. Let me go take a look around for a while. Just take me real quick. So at this point, I'm looking around the house, I'm taking notes of anything that I find that might be off in the house as far as like maintenance is concerned. Even taking notes of existing that I feel like I can spark up a conversation with once I get there to talk to her afterwards. So this is really a good time. That's why I let them decide, because I don't want to intrude, first of all, and I don't want to make somebody like, oh, show me around, and I didn't feel like it. Or I'm not saying like, hey, can I just go around by myself and just, leave them, and they like, no, I want to follow you around. I don't know you. You don't know how they feel. So that's like I act that situation. And then also, if either way you look at it, if they let you run around, and take a look at it, you got time to think. You got time to think of your angle, what things you're going to say, stuff like that. And if they want to show you around, you have time to build rapport and talk to them, and ask them questions. So she just let me, go around the house. So now I'm going around the house. I'm looking at certain things. I found a few things that I see, like, okay, all right. So now, when it comes to the yellow part where it's saying, if they follow you around, you can do these things while you're following you around. If they don't follow you around, then you have to do these things once you go back and you meet them where they left off at. And so she was, when I get downstairs, she's in the kitchen somewhere. All right. I said, hey, Karen, I just checked out the house. I really like everything here. Is it okay if we sit down so we can kind of discuss everything?
Oh, no problem. Come. Would you like to sit at the table here?
Yeah, sure. This would be perfect. And so at this time,
great.
I'll sit down, and I want to sit down like as close as I can to the person that you're talking to. So you don't want to sit across the table from somebody. It's always automatically going to be combative. If you can sit close or somewhere on the angle, that'll be better, as far as talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I took a look at the house, and I saw that the kitchen looks like it might need a little bit of updating. When was the last time that you guys updated it?
Oh, it's been about 5 or 7 years.
5 or 7 years? Okay, yeah, I know a lot of people they love new kitchens. Like that's one of the selling points in the home. I noticed, me being an investor, and the kitchen is going to be definitely important to be able to get this done. So that's fine. I can definitely take care of that. And as far as the major systems in the house, like the heating, like the HVAC, the plumbing, the roof, have you guys done that recently?
We have. We just did that about 6 months ago.
Oh, okay, you did that about 6 months ago. That's awesome. You guys were on just really taking care of the house. All right, that's perfect. And so as far as you guys, like the reason why you're selling it, is there a reason why that you guys are getting rid of it right now?
We're moving out of the area. We're moving to military.
Oh, military. Wow, okay. And so you guys have been in military for a while now, or is this something just brand new, just pick up and leave?
No, it's been about 10 years.
Oh, 10 years. Ooh. And how long have you guys been at this base here, in this location?
We've been here for about 5 years.
Been here for about 5 years. Okay, so I've heard way worse stories when people are just having to pick up every 2 years, or sometimes not even years, just months. So that's good that you got to stay stable for 5 years. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do here. You know how sellers are looking for a way, most sellers are looking for a way to be able to sell their home quickly, as fast as possible, for as much as possible?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, I'm glad that you know about that, because what we do here is that we actually purchase your home quickly, and we purchase it in a way that's best for your situation. And that way you don't have to worry about anything as far as the home is concerned, and you know your home is taken care of and sold. Does that sound like something you're looking for?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, perfect. So perfect. So we would definitely like to buy it. Now, we do several offers. We have several offers to purchase a home, but I'm not quite convinced which one is the best for you. So it might be appropriate if we can find out a little bit more information about what you're looking for, and because I want to make sure that it's a great deal for both of us. Does that make sense?
It does, yes. Fair enough.
All right, perfect. So, for example, what are you exactly looking for as far as you selling your home, and what have you guys done already to try to sell your home?
We haven't done any major work to the property because we tend to keep it up. and we're looking to sell as quickly as possible because we do need to move ASAP.
Gotcha. Okay, and are there any liens on the property right now, like as far as taxes, mortgages, things like that?
No, there are no liens or mortgages on the property.
Okay. All right, perfect. And so you guys are looking to move ASAP, so I totally understand that. So we have several offers to be able to take care of that. And the first offer is probably something that you guys will really, really like. The first one we have is an all-cash offer. And so with this offer, I can get rid of your property, and I can make sure I purchase it within 7 to 14 days. We can really get this thing off the market as far as you don't have to do any repairs for it, as far as you needing the updating for the kitchen that we talked about, and any of the other repairs that we may find or that buyers may find. With us, you don't have to worry about any of those repairs at all. And so you don't have to worry about your closing costs, which can usually run you, in the thousands of dollars, $2,000 to $5,000. I don't know. Have you ever sold a home before?
No, this will be our first one.
Okay, no problem. So I'll definitely help you guys out as far as selling this home, because usually your closing costs can run anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 on the average, and it can go higher than that. We're going to take care of all of the closing costs for you. We're going to make sure we purchase the home as is, and we can get rid of this thing, and we can make sure that either we purchase it or one of our partners purchase it within a 7 to 14 time frame after we run the title and do everything with the property. And you said it's free and clear, no mortgages on the property, and so we can actually make this thing happen quickly. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay, all right, perfect. So with this situation, as far as us giving you all of the cash up front, taking off the risk, you're going to have to be able to sell it at a fair investor price. Okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect. And so that's one of the options, and that's just one of them. So we have several more to go, but just keep that option in mind because that sounds like it might be a great one for you guys. Now, the other one that I have is called a lease option, and a lot of my clients are really liking this option because it actually makes you the most money out of the deal. Now, do you guys like that option so far? I haven't even gotten to it. Do you guys like making the most money out of the property?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
As far as the lease option is concerned, you're going to be able to make the most money out of the property. Now, I know you guys are trying to make the most money out of your property, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So, yeah, most people say correct to that answer. Now, as far as us making sure that you get the most money out of this property, what we can do is we can do a lease option. And with the lease option, you're going to make sure that we're taking care of your monthly payments every month. We're going to get a tenant buyer inside of the house. They're going to take care of the maintenance, so you don't have to worry about any maintenance of the home. And then we're going to be able to get the house sold at top dollar, meaning that your asking price that you're asking for, and I see you're asking for $250,000 right now. We're going to be able to get you that $250,000, plus we're going to be able to get you some monthly payments every single month. You said it's no mortgage, and so we'll give you these monthly payments every single month. You won't have to worry about the maintenance, and usually you'll be able to get your lump sum as far as the $250,000 within a year or two, or a little bit more than that, depending on what you guys are looking for when you want to cash out. So does that sound like a great idea to you guys?
That definitely sounds like a great idea. Mhm.
Okay. All right, that's something to consider. And mind you, once I actually give you all of these options, because I like to lay them down first, and then once I lay them all down and you figure out which one sounds the best to you, at that time I'll give you some numbers, and we'll start to really, see how we can actually make this happen. And so just hear me out as far as the rest of the options that I have for you. And so another option that I have is called owner financing. Now, with the owner financing, a lot of people who fit this particular type of way of selling your home is if you don't want to have the home in your name anymore, you don't want to have the title in your name, you actually want to actually sell it right now at this moment. You don't want to deal with the taxes and the insurance still, and at that point, you can still make the most out of your home as far as you selling it for the price that you were asking for, and maybe more. I may be able to get you more than your $250,000 with this option. And so if you guys choose this option, at that time you'll sell it. You'll be able to sell the home, but you'll be able to get monthly payments for a short amount of time before you actually cash out on your lump sum of money. And so you'll be able to get even more for your money as far as getting almost $260,000 maybe as far as what you're looking for on the cash out on this investment. And so if you want to really take it as an investment and make the top dollar the most out of it, then sometimes I'll recommend this option, and we can sit down and we can discuss those numbers if that sounds like a great idea for you. So how does that one sound?
That one definitely sounds like the number one direction.
It sounds like the number one direction? Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. And I know you said you guys you never sold a home before. but did you ever consider selling it with a real estate agent?
No, we have not considered that.
Oh, you haven't considered that. Okay. Well, sometimes I'll run down to you what that looks like, just because that's always an option that I like to put on board and put on the table, because sometimes none of those options may fit some people, and the only option or the best option for you might be to list it with a real estate agent. But like I said, with me, an investor, I want to purchase your home. But if this comes down to it, and you as a seller, the best thing for you would be able to sell it with a real estate agent, I will be truthful and honest with you, and I'll say, hey, look, this is the best thing for you. But let me tell you what that looks like a little bit, just so you get a clearer thing, because you guys never sold with a real estate agent before. So basically, when it comes down to selling with a real estate agent, you can usually get around what you're asking for. So say you guys are looking for $250 and you list it on the market with an agent. Sometimes when it comes down to it, if it sells and when it sells, because there's no guarantee on when it's going to sell, but if it does sell, it can sell for close to what you're asking for. So let's say 97% of it, let's say it sold for $245,000 or something like that. And so it sells for $245,000. But then you want to be prepared for all of the fees that come with listing it on the market when you list it with an agent. And so you want to make sure the house is in tip-top order, first of all. And so you have to make sure that the maintenance that I said I was going to make sure you didn't have to take care of, as far as like if we give you cash, you won't have to worry about the maintenance. If we do a lease option, you won't have to worry about the maintenance. As far as the owner financing, you won't have to worry about the maintenance. But when you're listed with an agent, some of the times you're going to have to worry about putting certain maintenance into the home to be able to get your top dollar that you're looking for. All right? And so when you put the maintenance into it, you want to make sure you have that money to the side. So I usually tell people to put a reserve to the side. And then also you want to make sure that you have your 6% of the commission that you're going to need for your real estate agent. So it's an average of 6%. There's no set deal. Sometimes you'll find it lower or higher. But it's an average about 6% that you'll have to pay out to the real estate agent. So that's your agent, and also the buyer's going to come with their agent. That's 3% each. You want to put that part to the side. So you're already at, putting aside the maintenance, the reserve, which is about 3 to 5%, putting aside the 6% as far as the agent is concerned. And then also you want to make sure that you're prepared for the closing costs. And so like I was telling you before, we won't have to worry about the closing costs on the first few options. But as far as the selling it with the agent, you want to be prepared for that $2,000 to $5,000 for the closing costs. You want to put that to the side as well. And so you see how that starts to eat into your profit a little bit, correct?
I do. That definitely would not be the direction.
Right, exactly. And so not only does it eat into your profit, you really have no clue whether or not the house is going to sell. When you put it on the market, the agent can't guarantee you it's going to sell, that somebody's going to like it. You're going to have to go through all of these showings and making room for random people to come into your house. There's really a whole lot of stress that goes along with the fees that's going to come along with it. And so usually that's the last option that I recommend for people to do. But because I'm a licensed agent, I'm able to do so, and, I can definitely sell your home for you as far as listing it on the market. But I think one of these other options might be, just a better option for you guys as far as making the most money, getting it done faster, and then also, having it more of a stress-free system for you. And so out of all of those options, I wanted to take the time to do that, to really lay it out, because I want to tell you everything. I'm like, very transparent when it comes down to my business. But out of all of the options that I laid out, what do you think is the best ones that you're leaning towards?
I'm interested in owner financing, but I'm not sure how long the term is.
Okay. Well, yeah, with owner financing, we're in control. You're in control as far as the timeline is concerned. So if you say you just want to do a year or two, we have ways to cash you out in a year or two as far as selling your note. If you say you want to hold it on for a long term, like you want this to be something you can pass down to your children, then you guys start, you want to discuss it as a family, because this is something that can actually be passed down, and you can actually have monthly payments that come in through generations, and it can definitely be a long-term investment for you guys as well. So we can go anywhere from 1 year to 30 years. It's up to you guys. So you're in control of that. And we can discuss all of that things. What I'll do is I'll take down your information, your email address. I think I already have your email address here now that I'm looking at it. I have your email address already that we discussed over the phone. I think I have Kiera@gmail.com. Is that correct?
It's Kiera.Nixon@gmail.com.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that correction. Okay, so I have your information here. So what I'll do is I'll actually take down everything that you said to me, and then also I'm going to put together some roundabout numbers that we can do on the owner financing situation. And then I'll also send over the other numbers for the other option as well, so that way, I know since you're the only one here, and I know you said you and your husband and your family, y'all moving together, I'll send you something so that everyone can take a look at it, read it over, and then you tell me, the numbers make sense, we're going to move forward, and I'm going to get this thing sold for you guys at the best price that you probably wouldn't even thought that you could get for this house here. Does that sound good?
That does. Thank you so much.
All right, perfect. All right, so I'll send that over to you within the next 24 hours because I know you guys are looking to move fast. So as soon as I get home, I'm gonna be able to send that over to you, and then I'll send over the contract too. Is it just you on the title? Is it just you and your husband on the title of the home?
It's going to be me and my husband.
Okay, perfect. And so I'll put both of you guys' names on a contract there, and so you guys can discuss it. And I'll make it simple. I'll just send over an e-sign. Does that work? An e-sign with the contract?
Yes, that'll be great.
Okay. All right, perfect. So I just need your email, and I also need his email. What's his email address? Do you know that by heart?
Yes, it's Brandon@gmail.com.
All right, perfect. So I have you and Brandon's information here, and then I really appreciate you actually letting me in today to be able to purchase your home because I really like it. I can't wait to add it as a part of our investment portfolio, and I'll send you over those numbers, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys get rid of this thing in the best way that you probably wouldn't even never thought you would. Okay, I'll make sure you guys are taken care of.
Okay, thank you so much, Tracy. It was great you coming today.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right, bye-bye. So,
bye-bye.
Yeah, so I know, well, I walked out the house at this point. So I know with that, it was long, so I tried to make it speedy because I know we under a time crunch. But I know, I'm saying I could have made it longer because sometimes I'll get into the stories with people. Like, you want to dig deep as you can. And I think I learned that from, like, union organizing, from me being an organizer at the union. But it was all about, like, you want to dig deep. Like, certain stories that she said, I wanted to ask 10 questions on top of those stories. Like as far as the military was concerned, or them having to leave or leave early, and finding out more about personal situations, because that's things that I know that connect us. We can relate, we can build rapport, and that's something that I won't forget, she won't forget, and I can always bring that back up. And so I probably would have done a little bit deeper in the story if we had more time. Otherwise, I hope that was a good example of how you run through it.
Yes, and that helped too. I didn't want to give you more because I found that's my weakness. If the seller doesn't give you more, I need to know how to ask those questions, those extra questions. So I didn't want to give that because I knew that was my weakness.
Yeah, but it is hard to remember to ask those deep questions because a lot of times you feel like I said, it's already long. Like, you already know you're about to do a long presentation. You don't want to waste nobody's time. You want to get through and do more presentations with other people, so you want to see if you can shorten it up. But all those things are necessary in order for them to understand and see how transparent and real that we are compared to anybody else. Because it's a market out there right now with this industry that is competitive. So everybody coming through there, making the phone calls, going to go see it, just looking around, we want to be able to separate ourselves. But then at the same time, it's like, we need to dive in and build rapport as much as we can, too. And so going through the presentation is important, but really not going into the presentation until you feel like they are always set up and comfortable is even more important. So I think I might, just in this example, I probably dove in there a little too early as far as like, okay, let me explain to you what we do. Like before getting into that, I probably could have asked a little bit more questions about diving into the story, or even after I explained what we do, and asking her why she wants to sell the home and what she's looking for. And she said what she's looking for first, what's the next step. I know that was something that I, just noticed that I could have did, and I wanted to just say. So we all, you can never do it perfectly, but the more you know, the more you do it, the more you're like, okay, I can work on this part. So that's
right. And, do you have another sheet for owner financing? I wrote some notes on that while you were talking, but is there, or can I just pull up a generic online about owner financing?
Once you go through the quick start guide and you go down to where it says the in-home meeting, it's a link that says presentation on there, and when you click on presentation, it has the owner financing slide in there. Because sometimes I'll take that slide out depending on who I'm dealing with, because sometimes it confuses people, and, it depends. If I really feel like this is the best option for them and I know it's not owner finance, then I'll leave it out. Otherwise, if I'm not sure and I feel like they might be open to owner finance, then I'll leave that one in. But when you click on the link, it's in there. That slide is in there.
Oh, on the quick start guide?
Yeah, when you go to the quick start guide and then you scroll all the way down to where it says the seller meeting in the house.
Oh, it's this one. Is that on the roll sheet?
Let me see. Well, the quick start guide, you scroll all the way down to where it says, it's right after the call. Right after the phone call, and then after that it says go to the in-house and do that. Once you get there, it says the script, and then it says something else, and then there's another link that says presentation.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
Really we'll go through the script, go through the script until the script says go to the presentation. When it's part of the script that says go to the presentation, that's when you click on the link to the presentation and go to the slides. But it does work. I think it works to be able to give the seller a printed copy of the presentation. Even if you don't give them a printed copy, you can still go through it like a regular conversation. So it all depends on the seller. I try to judge everything. It's never like a set in stone type of thing. I try to judge the seller. If I know they type of person where they just want to rush and hurry up, like, okay, cool. If they're like the type of person where they need to know every single detail, like I got questions, they were like, okay, well, you're going to need to see something, so I'm going to hand them something in their hand. And so that's kind of like the difference. So you want to go next with the, do you have time?
I do. I have time.
Okay. All right, perfect. You want to go what? Or here, you're gonna be the seller. All right, so Ashley's gonna be the seller.
Okay. Okay. Knock, 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 knock.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Kiera. How are you?
I'm doing good, Kiera. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me today.
No problem. Come on in.
Great. Do you want to show me around the house, or?
Sure. I'll take you around.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, Oh, sorry. Did you not want to go upstairs first?
Oh, yes, that'll be great. So what is this room here off to the right?
Oh, well, that's one of the bedrooms there. It has a mini walk-in closet there, and we just put up some new ceiling fans in that room. But that's my son's room over there. And then I have this other room right across the hall, another bedroom. And that's my daughter's bedroom, and that also has a new ceiling fan that we just put in. And then down here is a master bedroom. And that one has a walk-in closet too.
Oh, very nice. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath?
Yep, that is right.
Okay, great. And how long have you been living here?
We've been living here for 3 years.
3 years? Okay. And why are you deciding to move?
Well, I got a new job, so I have to kind of move last minute. So.
Oh, well, congratulations on the new job. That's exciting.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's okay.
Have you done any major repairs to the house, like HVAC system or roofing?
I haven't done any of those things. It's just kind of the same as though when I originally bought the house. So I haven't done any work to it.
Okay. All righty. Well, can we go back downstairs and take a look at the kitchen?
Sure. Let's go downstairs. I'll walk down the stairs.
Walk.
Okay, so here's the kitchen here. Here's the kitchen here. I did put in new cabinets, but that's the only thing that's new. All the other things came with the home when I bought it.
Okay, I see you kept it up fairly good, so that's awesome. Very nice.
Yeah. It was my first home, so had to
take care of it. I know that's definitely going to be a long process for you to, because it's being that it's your first home and everything.
Yeah.
So what about the backyard here? I see you have a couple of things that may need a little work.
Yeah, well, I don't really know anything about the yard work, honestly, but I mean, I do keep the grass cut, you know, just like the simple things. I'm not sure about the foundation. I'm not really that type of savvy person, so I don't really know about the foundation, but I do keep the grass cut.
Okay, very nice. Okay, well, do you mind if we go back and sit down and talk, and I can tell you what options we have for you today?
Sure, yeah, let's go in. We can sit down.
Okay,
here.
No problem. Okay, wonderful. It's nice and comfy.
Yeah, it's my favorite couch. Those lazy boys, I love it.
Oh, very nice. So, tell me a little bit of why you're selling today.
Well, I got a new job, and so I needed to relocate. And so I'm going to use this money from this house to help find the house, hopefully, where I'm getting relocated for work.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about what it is that I do. You know how a lot of sellers are concerned with their homes and whether or not if they're able to sell quickly for their price?
Yeah.
Well, what we do is help people like that by purchasing their home in a number of ways that best benefits their situation, which allows for the seller to be at ease knowing their home is sold and taken care of. Would you like to see how we will buy it?
So you'll buy my home?
Yes. Would you like to see those different options of how we are going to be able to buy your home?
Sure, yeah. I'd like to know.
Okay, great. So I would like to know a little bit, are there any liens or mortgage on the property?
I do have a mortgage.
You do? Okay, and how much is your mortgage?
Well, the monthly payments are about $400, a little bit over $400.
Mhm.
But overall,
okay.
I owe about $18,000.
$18,000? Okay, great. Yeah. That's not bad. Okay, very nice.
Yeah, hard work pays off.
Okay, well, we'll definitely make sure we have the right option that can take care of that mortgage as well. How long have you been selling your property?
Very new. I just found out about 2 weeks ago that I'll be relocating, so I just kind of started then, just been talking around and trying to find the best way to kind of get rid of it fast since I have to relocate, and I really don't have any other money besides the house. So I'm just trying to find a quicker option, so I'm glad that you guys came and found me.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sure we'll be able to definitely figure out the best option for you. And do you have, how soon are you trying to sell?
Well, they haven't gave me an actual date yet, but they told me that I have the maximum of a month to relocate, so I know that I have to be out of here like 30 days max. But I'm not really sure of the actual date yet, but I know for a month for sure, at least.
Okay. Okay, well, we have our first option is a cash offer that is typically between 7 to 21 days. That's an as-is condition, no commissions, no closing costs to you that you'll have to worry about. And the buyer takes all the risk. And the only thing of your responsibility, we would just have to make sure that it's a fair price for you and for us as investors.
Oh, I see.
So that's the first option. Do you have? How do you feel about that option?
I feel okay about it. I mean, I like all cash, so nothing's wrong with that.
Yes, we all do. Okay. Okay, well, that's great. Our second option is a lease option. That is where you're selling your home at your asking price. And I see you're selling it here for $180,000. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, not a problem. And the tenant buyer will be responsible for all the maintenance after 30 days. And we want you to make the most out of this profit. And monthly payments, the tenant's going to be paying monthly payments, and it's going to take about 1 to 2 months. Your responsibility.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a question. You said that there's going to be a tenant so someone's going to be living in the home for, you said, like a year or two, and then they will buy the home?
Yes, they're going to buy the home and basically take all responsibility after 30 days.
Okay, so all responsibilities, like, what is that? What would their responsibilities be?
They're going to take all maintenance responsibilities, so no maintenance that you'll have to worry about. They have to pay for all the utilities, the grass cutting, anything such as that, and as well as they're going to be making monthly payments to the property.
Okay. So that money will take care of the mortgage that I have to pay monthly, and then they take care of all the things of the home. But it's still in my name, though. I still technically own the home.
That's correct, and they will take possession of the home after. It's usually about 1 year or so, 1 to 2 years.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that one sounds pretty nice. Good.
And you still own the house and the mortgage. Home needs to be move-in ready, and the tenant may not buy or get approved for the loan in that specified time. So that's when you'll decide at that point what's the best exit strategy for you.
Yeah, that would sound pretty good, but it seems like I won't have a lot of money for me to move. So I don't know if because that would be less money. I wouldn't be able to get like money enough to move ahead of time, so it's just like a monthly payment. So I don't think that'd be good for me. But it does sound nice.
Okay, well, not a problem. I definitely can still send you the numbers just so you can see it on paper and maybe look at the numbers and see maybe after that point if that's still not a good option for you, along with the other options.
Okay.
The next option we have is owner financing. That's a short-term loan, and that's based on your choice of how long you want to have the property financed through you.
Okay.
So for this one, your title is transferred. It's a monthly mortgage payment paid out to you or anybody that is on the property. Are you the only person on this property, or do you have another person?
No, it's just me.
Just you. Okay.
Yeah.
And are there any HOA fees?
No, there's no HOA fees here.
Okay. So the property tax, insurance, HOA, that's going to be the new owner responsibility. So, and then 100% maintenance is new owner responsibility. Your potential on the return is a lot higher based on your equity in your house.
Oh, okay.
And that's if you have an... Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. I was just going to ask, so that means I would have to wait for the money instead of having the money up front?
I'm sorry, and this is the one that I'm confused about a little bit, slightly, Tracy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same. It's basically almost the same as the lease option, except that the title gets transferred out of their name. It becomes a note. Instead of them keeping possession of the house, they have possession of a note at that time, so they don't have their house responsibilities at all. They can get the house out of their name, and now they have a note. They're almost like the bank. Because like now they become the bank. They have a note, and they get money off of that note every month, and they can cash that note out whenever they want into actual hard cash and a solid cash whenever they want. Versus with a lease option, they keep possession of the house. And some people that don't want to let go of the house. They like, I want to keep the house in my name. They feel like it's safe as an asset. They put a lot of work into it. They just want to keep it, whatever. Lease option sounds more appealing to them. The other people that are like, I don't want to keep the house in my name. I want to really just sell this thing, and then but they still willing to take the money over time. Then I'll usually present the owner financing, so that way they don't have to keep the house in their name. They don't want to look back. I don't want to have to look back. I don't have to worry about the house. I don't have to worry about if they do something to it. I just want to sell it. At that point, the seller financing will be the best versus the lease option. It's kind of like the same thing. It's just one, the title gets out of their name and they have a note, versus lease option, it stays in their name and they still get the monthly payments. But they still got to be willing to take it in monthly payments. And usually I'll explain it to them like, I'll hype it up. You want to hype up the option. You want to hype it up. This is the one where you're going to make the most money from. Because either somebody want to make the most money from it, or they want to make money now fast. So you want to figure out which person is that. Seem like somebody that want to make money fast. So you will hype up the cash offer for her, and then if she don't like these options like you said before, like, I'll send you the numbers just so you can, you can really make the decision. Because when you see how much money you can make off of it, you might consider taking it over time. How much money do you need to move? And at that point, you start asking her how much money she needs to move so that you can still make that option work for her. She can still make the most money, but she can still get some money up front, potentially, depending on how much she needs to move to and how much the house is worth. You might can get a big down payment or find somebody like that. So that was just, the seller financing real quick, jumping in there. But you're doing good so far. I mean, you pretty much did all of them, except for the last
Okay. Okay, so Miss Seller, because I also didn't catch your name in the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, what? No, but I was like, what? I think you did. Well, I think I told you, but I think you couldn't remember what I said. Or maybe I didn't say it loud enough. I remember me saying it, but I can't remember when it was.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah, it was still good, though. Everything about it was really good. Oh, it just, the first I did, it was one thing that I wanted to mention because I noticed that when you had went into the first, like, not the first option, but when you start going into the spill of the seller, you said there a lot and didn't include, like, it could be me too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you were saying, like, the buyer.
Oh, the cash offer. When you was going through the cash offer, you were saying, like, you can buy their home, and, you kind of said there and them a lot. It didn't include me. That could be me too, because the cash offer could have been something that I wanted.
I didn't include the... What is it again? Like, what did not include?
I was saying both, but basically she was saying that you said them and there instead of saying, like, her, buy her house for cash. And I was going to say the other thing where I thought that you said them and they when it came down to the buyer and who they were going to be instead of saying you were going to buy the home. So replacing they and them basically where it was just like, I'm going to purchase your home, or we're going to purchase this home, and it's going to take us 7 days to be able to purchase your home. And I'm going to be the one to buy it versus like a buyer. It takes a buyer, buyers are taking all the responsibility, or or other people. Usually it takes.
I didn't really reiterate the who was going to do what, basically.
Just making it more personal instead of saying like buyers.
Oh, okay.
The most sellers or some people just make it like with your house, me buying it, basically.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I think I was still in that introduction mode where it's, how you're concerned with their homes, and I didn't take myself out of that mode, I guess. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. To be a little bit more personal, because I was like, how some sellers, usually like people like hearing like most people. They do like hearing that, so that's why I got that in the beginning, because people want to know, okay, most people, like, other people doing this, or just me, or so I throw the most people in there, but how most people like selling their home, selling their homes quickly, for the most money, right? Like, and I'll say right, and so I'll include them in there with the right. They'll say right. So now most people come to them too, but I always try to include them into it.
Okay. Okay, so...
I know you ain't finished. Yeah, I know you ain't finished, but, I mean, I think it's just the
You want me to finish it? I mean, I could finish, because she might give me some more help to where I wasn't doing something correctly.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because you do have to ask her about what's best for her. That's true. You can finish.
Right. Okay, so yes, you're going to, this definitely is an option to where you do get paid up front, but then you also have a monthly mortgage that is paid, or a monthly payment that is made to your mortgage. How much do you need in order to move?
Well, I have to pay for travel. I need like a minimum, at least like $12,000 just to be able to move. But to actually get a place, I need like an extra $80,000. So I'm looking at maybe like a $95,000 minimum of everything to get good enough to live and do my job.
Okay. Okay. All righty. We'll definitely make sure that we find the right option that can include those numbers for you in order to move. So how does the owner's financing option sound for you?
It sounds okay. I'm just concerned about the money situation. I'm not really sure how that goes. I think I might just do that cash offer that you said. That seems like that would be the best option. I mean, if you guys can give me at least $95,000, I'll let it go. I mean, I'm just kind of at a point right now where I need to get out. I just need to get out.
180 to what?
Okay. Okay. All righty. Well, I have one more option to tell you.
No. At this point, when she tell you that she'll take 95, and she went down from 180, so discussed before, you don't start. You stop selling. You start closing at that point. So
okay.
Yeah, the other option, you don't even talk about that. You just tell her, oh, okay, you'll take 95. But definitely, like, she's ready for the cash option. You get her time, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
As soon as I get to the house, I'm going to make sure the contract's signed at that point.
Right, because that was 92. So if she wants 95, just, okay, well, so I'm going to go ahead and, what is your email address? And that way I could go ahead and send you the numbers as soon as I get home.
Okay, my email address is Ashlee, ASHLEE, @hotmail.com.
Okay, Ashlee @hotmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep, that's correct.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Ashlee. It was great meeting you today.
No problem. So I just wanted to make sure. So you will be buying my house for $95,000?
You ain't clarified. So after she said she was ready to go for cash, at that point, you wanna make sure that she know you're the right person. If she already told you she's ready.
Right.
If she dropped from 180 to 95 because you sat there and talked to her. And so at that point, you want to go in and say, okay, that's a great option with this 95. I'm going to be able to make sure we get this thing closed within 7 to 14 business days. I'm going to send you over a contract. This is going to be a clear contract. Like we said, it's going to be no commission. You're going to run everything down to us. You're going to set it in stone at that point. If this is about to happen, you don't have to call anybody else. I'm the guy. We're getting it closed. I mean, I'm the girl. We're getting it closed.
Okay. So my closing was not, I forgot to say what you just said, basically. Yeah, like the set. Okay, thank you, Ashlee.
Right, some people, because she's different, though. Like, that was a perfect example of something else. Because with me, when I was like, it was like, I don't really know which way, but this one sounds kind of cool. All right, but cool, I'm going to send you over all the options, but this one sounds cool. So I solidified you with owner financing still. So I was like, okay, owner financing, bang. But this, I made sure that you was clear about that, and I'm the guy for owner financing, even though you were still kind of feeling which one. So I could send you the offer for that with her. She was clearly like, I want the cash. She dropped down $100,000 almost, and she was ready to go on cash. And so at that point, it's not like I'll send you over the numbers. That was like if you had a cash contract right there in your folder, you signed the cash contract right there in your folder. That ain't even no sending over no numbers or nothing at that point. So you keep a contract in your
Right.
phone, because I always go blank contracts too. And so if you run into that type of seller at that point, you pull the contract out right now. Oh, like $95? Oh, yeah, well, definitely. But if you just want to let it go for that, let's get it done right now so that you don't have to worry about whether or not it's getting sold or not. Let's get it sold right now. And you pull that contract out and you start signing that paper. If somebody drops $100,000 on their asking price, sign the paper.
Right, right. So how can, I mean, do you recommend we just go ahead and have contracts in our folder?
Yeah, yep. Always had a contract in your folder. I thought I had maybe I don't have that in the quick start guide on the stuff that you need to take with you. But, yeah, you want to definitely take with you, take some comps with you if need be so you can have some proof. If you got some testimonies, if you don't have none, that's cool. But you always want to have, everything you can be prepared, like little bullets in the folder that you can pull out whenever you want. You don't have to use it every single time. But just have it just in case of something like that. Like, that's the deal that if you walk out that door, she won't even change your mind, talk to somebody else, see some other numbers. That's the deal where you want to have that blank contract.
Okay, and where do I go to find the contract?
I think it might be in your folder. If it's not, I'll put it in one of the Google Drive folder.
Okay. So I need to work on owner financing and close. Is that correct, Ashley, you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the only thing that I felt like. Everything else was super good. I mean, I felt like the conversation really did flow.
Yeah, the bill was
and, it was, I mean, to me, I thought it was really almost really spot on. It was only those two little minor things. And if you fix, I feel like if you fix that, it would be, like, super perfect. Because it still kind of flowed enough for you to kind of understand what was happening. Oh, yeah, that was one thing, too. I was going to say, like, remember when Chase was talking about digging deeper? Because I have to do that, too. So, like, didn't really ask a lot of questions about, what type of job do I do, or, what type of job do I do that makes me relocate. Like, you didn't really kind of know, you didn't really ask a lot of questions about what I was moving for. But, you got the reason, so that was good enough,
Okay. I didn't dig deep enough still. Dig deeper. Okay.
I think you did better. I want to say that you did better because I remember the last role play. So you did better than before. It's just that, you're even more deeper than what you're doing right now. To the point where they laughing and chuckling it up with you. I have sellers that, man, I mean, I build so much rapport sometimes and they close until I learn how to close better. That people ever call you week after, you know what I mean? Or just like, you want to report to that end if you can, but, it is a time constraint too. But if you can get that good at building rapport and closing, then you're going to have deals lined up like they're not going to be able to say no to you if you can do rapport and closing. And then also being a little bit more hyping up the options a little bit more. I think right now you probably got to read over them and do, your own little research, read up on them a little bit so you can be more versed on it. But you definitely want to pre-hype it. Like how I do before I go into the office, I'm like, okay, this one right here, this one will be able to get you that. You said fast closing, right? You said you're ready to go fast, right? This one right here, that's like, you said you wanted the most money, right? You wanted the most money. You did do good. Like you said $250,000. You can definitely be able to get that $250,000. Or the owner financing is like, I can get you over. You said you want $250,000, I can get you over that. So you want to hype it up a little bit more with the options too. And then you also want to be definitely quick on the close if somebody like her comes along and they're ready to go. Good on the close.
Don't keep selling them if she's ready to go, basically.
Yeah, if she's ready to go. But if they're not ready to go, they tell you that they lean in, and if they say, I like this one, sell them on that one. Like, okay, that one is the one, and so make sure they know that you're the person for that, and that one you can make happen, but you're still going to give them the numbers on the rest of them to kind of make a good decision. So, yeah, so it's definitely good with the close, and then better with, hyper on the options and digging deeper. And you'll be good to choose. You're good to go. For real.
I definitely feel more confident because I don't feel as uptight as I did the first week I did this ever. So it definitely, I like making the mistakes because I learn quicker that way, but I don't want to be with the seller making those mistakes. That's the difference.
Exactly.
Right.
We can fit it in there a little bit more. I think everybody can use some more role playing.
Well, I got the first to be able to do the role playing. Yeah, it's like, you still have to know the information, too. It's like I have to really know the information and then also really pay attention to social clues. Like, people who aren't interested, they'll, like, either slouch or, they won't be as excited. It's like really taking those as responses as well. It's like, okay, not really just pay attention to what you're saying, also what you're doing too. And also, kind of relaxing myself too, because if I seem uptight, they're going to seem uptight too. Yeah. So just trying to work on myself with being more relaxed and being more comfortable. Even though I'm sociable, sometimes it can come off as pushy, and I don't want to come off like that. So it's kind of like trying to work on my delivery too. So
yeah, I think we all need that. I know I come on.
I'm working on it.
It'd be hard to talk, laugh, and stuff. Yeah, so I think we all can work on that part of it. Just socializing, like you said, social cues. But the more that we get the script down, the more that we practice that, the social cues will come natural because we can focus more on the social cues and not focus on what we're going to say next and what's the next part of the script. You can focus on more of the social cues when you have that part already down packed. And then, like Ashley said, when you read it, when you're more versed, you can know more of the information. And so all of the rest of the documents that we have, like all of the quick start guides and all the rest of that stuff, Ashley, you can definitely read through if you kind of know, like, okay, I know where I'm at in the deal. I know where I got to push them through in the deal, and I know which deal sounds best for that person or best for that situation because you know more versed of the different options that you have because you are coming in there as the solution expert. Like, most people don't come in there and they only got one solution, and you coming in there as the solution expert. So you got to be an expert. So you got to study to be that expert and know, okay, I got this option, that option. Even if you think this is the option and you think it'll sound right now, I can rearrange some stuff to make it happen. So that's how confident I feel like I am when it comes down. I'm talking to somebody. It's like I can if that's the option you want, I can rearrange some stuff around to try to make it work. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to be part with information too. So study out the different options that we're offering, and then also study the script and read over the script more and more, and then everything else will kind of flow with the conversation. We'll get better at the communication.
Okay, great. This was very helpful. Thank you.
I'm going to try to read the script at least like a few times a day. Like, it don't take that long to read it at least like twice a day. Just kind of scan through it just so you're familiar with it, and then probably make it better.
Yeah, I think we have to do it on our own more and more, and then also do it as a group more. So, yeah, that's something maybe in a few days, like maybe 3 days or something like that.
Right, and I've been working on, Tracy, I didn't realize I had this issue till you pointed it out a couple of weeks ago to where, I guess when we first met, being natural with your natural way of talking, being direct.
Right.
I didn't notice I had this issue. Like, mine is iffy. Well, not anymore, but, like, I still can work on it to be 100% more direct. But when we're talking,
better. Yeah.
I
can tell. You sound way better. I can tell you've been consciously working on it. Like, it does take a consciousness to work on it in the back of your mind, but I can tell that you've been working on that as far as you making people feel more confident about what you're saying and what you're doing when you actually say it versus, having somebody be about it and like, the way it comes across is like, you don't know, so I don't know. You definitely worked on that way more just going through the script, I can tell.
Right. Like, I haven't physically been looking. I'm not going to lie. I've taken this presentation with me every single day since we last spoke, but I've been working with the directness of just not even when I'm selling, but in personal life, basically. So
that's first. That first. That's always first. Like, you can go through the motions, but unless you fix the part in your mental first, that part, once that clicks, man, you can definitely practice on the script and do the script the right way. But you have to work on that first. I'm glad you took the time. And it only took you, a month or two, or whatever that was, to be able to
6 weeks. That's the last time I spoke to you all. 6 weeks. I've been counting. Yeah. It's been a while. I mean, 6 weeks is, to me, it took life to happen, I guess, in order for me to say, okay, it's time for something different to happen. Enough is enough.
It's the way once you start fixing that part, not even with real estate, like you said. It's personal.
Right.
Once you fix that part, man, it'll take you anywhere. So that's what's up. I'm glad you took the time to do that. It shows. It definitely shows.
I think we know what things happen. We know what problems we have, but we don't know how to fix it until someone else points it out in a different perspective.
That's true. Yeah, but I've been trying to tell people the truth and be direct, even though it hurts. sometimes.
No, you're definitely a good person to have around, because I say, wow, that's crazy how we go through life so long, and you just used to doing what you're doing, but you don't know how to really make a difference until it's pointed out to you. So it's you're hardcore, but it's a good hardcore.
You always have fun to help you to grow. And that's all I got.
Right.
And man, you're gonna really be dead because it doesn't keep growing.
Ain't no baby in time with you. I see it. It's like, no, okay, life happens, but suck it up. Let's get on the next.
Let's go. That's how we're gonna get there. That's how we're gonna get
right.
there. It's inevitable when you have that mentality to get there. Just don't quit. That's all, and just go at it hard. So I see the change, and I'm so glad you're keeping on board with it, and you took the time to fix that one little part. Because that one little thing can just be, that's where it'll take you to a millionaire, just like that. Just by fixing that one thing inside your brain on some real stuff. So I can see it, though.
Right.
So that's the thing. Definitely.
Well, thank you both. I really appreciate it.
All right, Karen. Well, I know Tavon probably off the phone since he had his son and he had to go to the event. So I got this recorded, so I'll be able to send it out to everybody. So everybody that's listening,
okay.
Hope they took notes and like I say with our experience.
Well, I hope I was some of good help to everybody else with my mistakes.
Right, exactly. That's how people learn from our mistakes. So hopefully they ain't got to go
right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, you all have a good day.